I went home and I was just thinking to myself, this reality is not as exciting as VR chat. You know, it's like I went home and I was, watching this or playing some video games, and I'm just like, where's my social interaction? And so I just really wanted to go back. It was almost like a home to me.
I know this is a sketch, but this is like a real problem.
I mean, this is just absolutely disturbing.
I guess he hasn't wanted to leave. That's his reality now.
How many dates has he been on?
I've met people there, and I created an identity in this world.
Well, I guess it all started when we found it on Steam. We didn't even know what we were getting into, and we just got onto VR chat, and he immediately just clicked with everyone there.
So I can only handle VR chat for 20 minutes. I don't know how Elias is in there for hours at a time, often without water and often without air conditioning. He gets really sweaty, and it makes the whole room just be really, really gross. I don't know how we're going to have Presentation Room 2 available for anyone else to check out because of that.
The thing is, a lot of people are like, oh, you put too much hours in the game, but if you want to form friendships, you got to put the time in to make friends, you know? Am I right? Hey, do you know anywhere I can get a girlfriend? I'm doing a video, so.
I'm right here.
No.
So when I first went in the VR chat, I've seen the meme videos, I've seen all the crazy stuff you can do in it, but it's different when you're actually there. You can look behind you and you're still in the world. You're in that world. It's like a dream world, right? It's almost like going in Narnia or something. Oh, I'm gonna show you guys how the VR chat works. So you guys wanna follow me? Right now, we have our VR room in our presentation room. I recommend a bigger space and maybe a fan, because in this closed space, it could get stuffy in here.
I cracked the door open, and we had a student walking by to go to the podcast room, and they passed out immediately. So I've created kind of like 2 points where at that point I will step in and say, Elias, enough is enough. And that's at the point that Elias begins consistently virtually dating, and that it causes tangible sickness in his real world, everyday life. At that point, I will have to step in.
Okay, yes, it did make me sick. Actually, I threw up when I went home, because you're essentially a weightless character with a different height, and so when I was walking around, I could feel the weight of my arms and the weight of my legs. I would turn my eyes somewhere, and it would feel like my body's about to fall over. So I was very sick.
He spends too much time just in the VR room. It's not healthy for him. He thinks he's another person half the time. He has brought up the issues of what is real life, this or VR chat.
What can I say except you're welcome for the tide, the sun, and the sky.
All right, this is clearly the wrong room.
This is not a joke. I am very concerned for Elias' well-being.
If I stay in VR chat forever? So, no. The only reason I wouldn't want to stay in VR chat in real life forever is because A, my family's in real life and food's in real life, and that's about it. But everything else, VR chat, Go hang out with friends. You can go on dates. You can even get married in VR chat. I got invited to a wedding in VR chat, and I was there, and I watched these two characters get married, and I guess they were married in real life. I have no idea if it was real or not. But like I said, everyone's pretending. It's just a pretend. It's like when this is pretend. Like people were getting married, and then they went to the club afterwards.
I kind of see what my parents were saying as a kid, don't be in front of the TV too much, or don't be in front of screens too much. Elias literally has his eyes open for hours with a 6-inch screen right in front of his eyes.
Should we be worried about him?
I think so, yeah.
I can't stop looking at him now, so I'm worried about myself.
Turn on your hands. Make sure your goggles are good. Oh man, it's good to be back home. You can play like card games, do all sorts of stuff, and like you can even go on dates in VR chat. Like it's that detailed.
Have you went on a date in VR chat?
I've been on several dates in VR chat, and it's been sorry.